School funding is a hot topic in Lansing, and the same question gets asked every year. What about the lottery money? The Michigan lottery money that goes to schools is seen by some as a cure-all for the school funding debate every year. But really, it's just a drop in the bucket. Welcome to MLive Explains It, where today I will explain to you why the Michigan lottery money that goes to schools really just isn't all that much. The state law that established the Michigan Lottery in 1972 requires all profits from the lottery system to go to the school aid fund, the budget that has traditionally gone to Michigan's K-12 public school system. According to information from the Michigan Lottery, about 58 cents of every dollar spent on the lottery goes to prizes to players. 5 cents goes to advertising, vendor, game, and other expenses, and 7 cents goes to contributions to lottery retailers. That leaves about 30 cents of every dollar spent on the Michigan Lottery going to the school aid fund. That's about $19.5 billion since 1973. Last year, that amount was $776 million, which really isn't all that much in the grand school funding debate, which is kind of strange considering all the things you could buy with $776 million. With that money, you could buy the Detroit Red Wings, or pretty much any other NHL franchise, save for the Toronto Maple Leafs and the New York Rangers. Maybe you're not a sports fan though. Maybe you're into planes. The most expensive private jet in the world is the Gulfstream G650. You could buy 11 of them. The Lamborghini Veneno is the most expensive car in the world, and it costs $4.5 million. You could buy 172 of them. So it's not a small amount of money that the Michigan Lottery is giving to schools, but it's still not exactly a lot. The school aid fund is large. The fiscal year 2016 budget for K-12 schools in Michigan is $13.9 billion. So where does that money come from? Much of it comes from the state sales tax. In last year's budget, sales tax money accounted for $5.5 billion in money for schools, or 46.3% of the budget. The next biggest contribution to the school aid fund came from income tax, nearly $2.5 billion in last year's budget, or about 20.7%. The next biggest source was the aptly named state education tax. The $1.8 billion collected from that tax made up about 15.5% of the school aid fund's money. Other large contributions to the school aid fund came from the state's use tax, about 4% of the total fund, the tobacco tax, 3%, real estate transfers, 2.1%, and the omnipresent other, 1.8%. That leaves about 6.5% of the school aid fund budget that is made up for with lottery profits. So yes, the lottery contributes a good amount of money to the school aid fund, but in the grand scheme of things, it's just a sliver of the school funding pie. This has been MLive Explains It. Thank you.